Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys are well and enjoying your day wherever you're up to. I'm back in the good old Kenworth 521 and today for a little treat I thought I'd set up both the shifter cam. So I figured that, I've still no definite answer on the whether we're going to continue with the ETS telemetry or the Sim Dash. Some people said they liked them both just as much, so I put a poll up on my Facebook group. Send the old lorry on and get a truck start up. Anyway, let's get off and away. Yeah, so I put a poll on my Facebook group. See what you guys with. I've already had a couple of votes in already. Some saying, rotate the both, which was one of my options. One or two saying stick with one, and one person saying they didn't know which ones or what. But anyway, I've just had a bit of a rest here. It's early in the morning, as you can see. And I've got some news for you guys as well, and that will be I've ordered the parts, not for my PC build unfortunately, but I've ordered the parts for my button box build. You heard me right, I've ordered the parts for my button box build. Now you guys going, oh, didn't you say you're oh, I'm going to overshot that. I'm going to go this way anyway. I'll go for this road. Didn't you say you're going to get your PC upgrade first? That's correct, I did. Problem is, it's just getting that amount of money together. I put a bit aside, but every time I put a bit aside, I have to take a bit more back out of it because something pops up or whatever. And as it's the cheaper alternative, well, I say cheaper alternative, all in all, the whole build's going to cost me around about £80 odd, 85 at a push, and well, 40 of that was, well, I say 40 of that is, it's probably more like towards the sort of like £25–30 mark of that was just getting the caps, the air pressure release caps. I've been able to get them from the States, so literally they've come out of a, I don't know what they could have come out of Kenworth, or they could have come out of a Peterbilt, but let's select a trailer. What trailers we got? We got one. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go for a box trailer for a change, rather than larger trailers. Just see how well it performs. It doesn't affect the job income. Makes it looks odd, but it might fit the Kenworth a bit more because these would have had smaller trailers anyway. For you guys that don't watch the Firm Bus and the eagle-eyed viewers, or eagle-eyed listeners I should say, you should hear that we've got new music in as well. I've downloaded some extra tracks from the archives and don't know if it's in. It looks in about right to me. Check that other mirror. It's a bit ski whiff. See what happens. Well, it's in. It's definitely in. Right. Engine off, lights off. And let's hitch up. We're going to do fire up. Oh, but light engine on first. That's better. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting the parts. They're going to take a while. Some of them won't be until at least a month away. Some of them will be a bit sooner than that. Right, that's the both the brakes set check. Now let's try the trailer on its own and do the tug test. Passed its tug test. Yeah, it wasn't the price of the buttons itself, not buttons, sorry, the actual caps. They cost about one bizarrely cost about $6. The other one cost a bit more. So I think it's about $7, $8, $9. Ooh. Nothing coming that way, so I'm gonna go. It's the cost of the postage. That's what cost the most. It worked out something like $27, $28, something like that, which is, again, as is rough guesstimation, it's roughly sort of like probably 15, 16, 17 quid off the top of my head. So that's what cost the most out of the whole build. The rest of it, you know, is pretty dirt cheap. Oh, I knew I wasn't going to get away with that. Only just got away with that one. Merger, oh, easy. Oops, come on. I hope I was in the right gear on it. I thought I flicked down, but obviously I didn't. I wonder what I was labouring. Like, everyone's laughing their heads off. Still haven't learned to drive yet then, Kev, no. Stop. It'd be nice to set the switches up. What sort of switches have I gone for, you might be asking? Well, funnily enough, it was like when I was looking for my parts, I know I could have got them cheaper from RS, but just for convenience factor, because I did try looking on RS and just like the search bar, typing sort of switches, and then it'd be like, ugh. So I went on Amazon and got most of my parts through them. But sort of buttons I've got a few. Well, literally, it's weird. Again, this is the weird thing. When I was looking, I found a sort of a toggle switch, a missile type toggle switch. Just one single one was £2 and 9p. a pack of 5 that had LED lights in them on the stalks. Shift up before she yells at me anymore. $3.99. Okay, you say that's a couple more quid or so, but a quid or so more. But for a pack of 5, I'm only paying like a quid or so more. And these ones had like LED lights in them and a carbon effect cover, missile launcher cover. So a pack of 5, I've got a pack of 5 of them. I'm not going to probably use them all. I'm only going to use the setup. My plan is basically what I'm going to do. I'll do them. I'll show you what I do when I do the build as well. But next couple of weeks, I've got a rough idea already, and I've already been drawing up some rough notes. But what I want to do is get the measurements of the box. And the main fascia of it. I want to do two like draft plans, not real plans, but draft plans of the layout. What I want. I've got yeah. So I've got 4 or 5 of the. Turn that off. Got 5 of the missile switches. 5 of these push button switches which light up as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the lights to work or not. If not, I might have to run either a separate 12 amp power feed for it, or 12 volts, or I should say, power feed for it. I want to test it. I will do a dry test when I get it all. Again, I will show you guys once I get all the bits. I will do how to build your own button box on the channel, so you know, keep an eye out for that, guys. I've been promising that for a while. And don't worry, my sim dash is also going to get an upgrade. I think I'll do that next month or month after that, depending on how my funds are. So I could do with a bit of a refresh, I think. I need to get in there and find out where the voltage drop is anyway. Set down a little bit, seems a bit loud. Don't know, I hope it's not too loud for you guys. Should have stayed on that then. He's going to do a brake check on me. Guys, it sent me along here. What else did I... Actually, I better slow down a little bit. Put the cruise control on. I am speeding way too quick. That should do it. Oops. That dude don't get out of do. Yeah, so... Where did I get to? So, 5 missile switches, 5 push buttons that light up. The missile switches also have the stems light up as well. A key switch, ignition key switch. I did look around for a Kenworth keychain or key ring, but nothing. Again, it's either eBay. There was one on eBay for about 6 quid, which I might get if it's still there when I get round to it. Or I might just leave it and wait. I've got another old key ring which I use. This is like it's like a sort of like an angel. It can be my guardian angel or whatever. A bit like on the front mascot here. Yeah, so 5 missile switches, 5 toggles, sorry, 5 buttons, 1 ignition switch. I think that's all she wrote. She's labouring, I better let her shift down, let her pick up some gear speed again. Obviously the encoder board, I've got that, well, ordered that. The box, which is all going to sit in, this is like a plastic project box. You'll get to see it all once I'll either keep those switches as spares, or I may even make up a smaller box, get another encoder at some point, do it as a giveaway, depending on what happens. I know the two. Oh yeah, I had to get some caps for the rotary encoder switches as well, because and they were a faff on their own, because you could. I'm not 100% sure with the guitar ones, because technically there's two types. There's the ones I got, which was a pack of 8 of them, I think. Pack of 8 encoders. Again for £3. I could have just bought one for 2, but I thought might as well get 8 for the extra quid. The only problem was they had a dia shaft, which is a bit strange. A bit, yeah, I don't know for you guys and girls, obviously, if you ever, you know, if the twister caps ever come off your oven or your barbecue or your tumble dryer maybe, or your washing machine, if that's ever broken off and underneath you can see where the little shaft is, it's like a half moon with a flat edge to it. That's exactly how it is. Now from what I understand, that's the older version of encoder rotary switches, and there are newer ones that have just a spline top to them, which most of the caps actually now cover. But I'd already ordered it, so I was like, okay, I've already ordered it. Can't really cancel the order now. I might as well just. I wasn't going to bother because the shafts themselves look fairly grabbable and stuff, and they're like a stainless steel shaft on it. So I figured, you know, it looked okay. But I've got plastic cap. I've managed to find some plastic caps from the same supplier that actually makes supplies the switches. Weirdly enough, they'd only come. Is it? Yeah, sorry, it was 10 rotary encoders. It was a pack of 10, wasn't it? Yeah, a pack of 10 rotary encoders. I'm not going to use 10. I'm probably only going to use maybe 2. But for an extra couple of quid, I figured. And from what research I've been doing already, now what I might do, what I'd prefer to do, I'd prefer to solder it. But I'm not sure. I'm going to see, because a lot of people have done bottom boxes build. You can do it without soldering it, and it is easier without soldering it. All you need to do is push the wires, well, push the connectors on and either crimp them down a bit with a pair of long nose pliers. It just seems a bit of a botch, if you ask me. And if you ever need to sort of like change it out or do any for modifications, it's going to be stuck on there. It's going to be less stuck on there than solder, but you can always get the gun out and just reheat the solder up and pull it off. The only problem is with the solder option, from what I understand from the, sort of like the research that I've already been carrying out, these rotary encoders, they don't like a lot of heat. Now I don't know if that was just because his ones were quite sensitive, good for fuel. His ones were quite sensitive or cheaply made, so could have thought they would have been alright with a soldering iron, because most electrics are soldered in. Very rare that you put unless it's a car wires, but even then some of them are soldered, most of them are crimped in. But I prefer the soldering option, to be honest, because it's a better, cleaner connection. Nothing wrong with crimps, nothing wrong with them at all. They do get rusty after a while, or, you know, they get verdigris on them, and that can affect connectivity problems at some point, but it's very rare, and just a bit of circuit cleaner or something like that, A bit of WD-40 would soon fix that. Is that rain coming down, or is that me? No, it's just me, I think. I'm going to stay in the middle lane for a little while. So yeah, I'm pumped. I'm looking forward to building that. I expect you guys are chomping at the bit, wanting to see what the build would be like, especially as I've been mentioning like the parts from the States, and you go, yeah. So how did you get your hand on them? eBay. It wasn't easy. You can't just put trailer brake caps in or truck brake caps in. It just comes up with everything under the sun. You have to. I did a Google search and then it came up with loads of parts numbers and then pictures of the parts, and I was like, yes, that's what I needed. I scanned this. Made note of that part number, those part numbers, and then just did a search on eBay, and pong, they came up straight away. What else has been going on? The old channel is climbing quite quickly now. You know, thanks a lot for everyone that's been supporting me, and a big hello to all the new faces. You know, the channel's now at, last time I looked, was 330 subs. 330 subs. You know, edging ever so closer to that. And my New Year's resolution and my goal plan for this year for 1,000 subs. Mr. Biker. Oops, someone hit him. He's got no skid lid on. And in the States you don't have to. Some states you do, some states you don't. But even if that was an option not to have a skid lid on, I think I'd want to have one on. You come off, you're as good as gone. Well, you're going to smack your head for sure if you're at high speed. And then there's the problem of, well, okay, you can wear goggles, I guess, but then, you know, it's like bugs, stuff like that, you know, bits of dirt flying around in the air. Your face is just going to get pelted with it. And by, you know, if you're going somewhere for like an important interview or you know, a date situation or whatever, going meeting up with mates, and you've, you know, spent a couple of hours making yourself look good and had a shave, or, you know, put some new sort of like moisturiser on your skin or something to make you look sort of youthful or whatever you know peeps do to sort of like before they go out. You know, there's the ritual procedure for those older people that sort of do like going out to the pub or whatever, look glamming up, so to speak. But you know, you spend all that time doing that, and then you go, right, get on my bike, and then you could have a face full of flies, gently dirty, and you're just going to turn up. I think that's why a lot of people don't ride to these sort of things, because again, you smell like bike once you've been on the bike for a little while. You smell like you've been on a bike, you look like you've been on a bike. You do get skid lid head. That's probably your hair. If you put gel in your hair, put your skid lid on, and yeah, that was a waste of time, because now you've got gel in your skid lid, so that's going to be all horrible and manky, and your hair's wrecked, it's flattened, so that's another problem. But it's like, well, yeah, let's not bother getting a bike, I'm just going to get a car. Well, yeah, there is the convenience and comfort factor of a car, but bikes, you know, they do give you a lot of freedom once you've been on a bike. You never forget it. It's still 70 along here, so it's still clicking on. I'm going to put the gear up, because if it does, that would do feel good. Still Only quarter tank gone. And it'd be good to know again, once I move my ignition switch, because at the moment my my engine ignition switch, the guys are trolling me today because he slowed down, so I thought I'd pull out into the third lane, sped up a bit then. Seems to be middle lane hogging at the moment, but it seems to be the best option. And in the States, again, in the States, is that destination? I'm going to ask the people from the States, obviously drivers obviously, you know, on the motorways, like I've said once or twice before, they can pretty much go sort of like the speed of the motorway. They don't have to set to any certain lane. They can just like stay out in this lane here, or stay out in the sit in the middle lane, or stay in the third lane. You can overtake on either side. You don't have to, like over here we've got the you can't undertake, which means no one can come up from, if you're on the motorway and you pull out to the middle lane, say we're an English truck for a second, no one can come out to past me now. I'd be on the other side of the road naturally, but imagine this being on the other side of the road, or we are on the other side of the road. Ignore the fact that we're going wrong on the other side of the road, but that guy just going past there on the left hand side, you wouldn't be able to do that in the UK roads. You'd have to overtake on the right hand side. But in the States you can take over on either side, like I say. You can take over on the right, you can take over on the left. There is no such thing as undertaking. Now my question is that nationwide? Is that for everywhere in the United States? Or is that only sort of state thing? You know, certain states have certain ways, because I know they have certain laws in certain states. And I know again the flood. Oh, don't know what that was. Might have been a car. I expect. It's like, oh my god, he just killed someone. Got a bit of damage from that. I don't know what I hit. Start grinding down in a minute. I'll wait for it to. It's not losing too much speed. Might lose that moving lane now. This lane over here. Stay over here for a little while. Yeah. So what I was saying. Yeah. So is that for every state or certain states? Again, we've got my lights on. I know if trucks go through certain states and they've got the incorrect plates on to go through that state, they won't let them go through. They get tugged over for that. And even if they're not in a truck, if they're in a car, if they're driving through the state to get somewhere else, and they've just come from one other state, say they've come from Miami, and you know they're driving through Texas, the old Bill would look at him and go, he's not from around here, I'm going to keep an eye on him. And there's just like start sort of like maybe watching him from afar, or maybe driving a few cars behind to see if they are up to no good, or rather than think, well, it could be just be passing through. But I guess they do get in trouble with like a lot of people passing through, I guess, in the States, so it's better to be more suspicious. Again, I haven't got around to trying out the cattle truck yet. I did look off before taking the jobs if there was a cattle truck available to take from here, but there wasn't, so I'm hoping in the next state that we will have one. If not, I'm just going to have to sort of like blag it and wait until we get one. We'll do a few more off-roads. Now I apologise in advance if we're getting a few bits of lag on the recording, although the gameplay is going is running perfectly good, the recording window looks a bit laggy to me. It did look a bit laggy. It looks alright now. I'll do this run. I've got to complete this run. Let it run on a little longer. Sorry guys in advance if it runs over the usual time. Don't seem to be finishing a lot of runs. I seem to be starting them but not stopping them. Or not finishing them. This is only a 700 odd mile run, so it shouldn't be that much left in it. Yeah, it shouldn't be that much. Yeah, 200. Is it 244 miles left? So it shouldn't be that many. Now, is this going into one lane, or is it, no, let's slow up because it's pulling off. I could have pulled off. Good for fuel, half a tank. Back off a bit because I don't want to crash into Mr. Lorry. And let me know guys if you're really getting fed up with the 521. I know it must be getting a bit of a grind seeing the same office every time. I do love driving this thing, as you guys know. I have been looking out for other trucks, but it's just nothing that's immediately caught my eye as yet. I prefer the older rigs to the newer ones. Felix has got more character to them. They weren't as economical, admittedly, but you know, what's to stop someone getting an older rig and putting a newer engine in it? Just need to get the right light wiring looms and stick an ECU into it that'll work. You know, Bob's your uncle. Space Engineers. I'm cracking on with that slowly but surely, the building of the big ship. You know, I haven't played that for well, I've been playing it, but I had to sort of like the thrusters. Oh my god, they're expensive to build. Oh, not in cost wise, but as in parts wise. It was like 1,000 jetpack or jet components each. And I'm like, wowzers, you know, that's a lot of jet components. Or, yeah, thruster components, I should say. On the big iron thrusters. But off screen, I did manage to get to the moon. Don't worry, I'll go there again. I've marked it on location. But I was looking for platinum, and I was just like, as I got further and further out, because there is one asteroid floating around my eye, well, floating around the planet, but I was on, had loads of it on, but obviously I don't know which one that was, and it's like looking for a needle in a haystack of asteroids floating around. And as I started merging out closer and closer, I was like, I wonder if that moon is actually a real moon, or if it's just a painted on one through a skybox. And it's just like, it seems to be getting bigger. There's a fundamental design flaw in my ship though. I need to either upgrade those thrusters on the front to bigger ones, or make it lighter. Well, I don't think I can make it lighter, so I'm going to have to upgrade those thrusters because it takes forever to stop. Can't be any more miles left. 130 yard, I see, so that won't take long at this speed. This of course slows down again. Ooh. Definitely going down here, I can tell, because the engine's not having to work as hard. You can see it's a descent of some sort. Oh, where's it a bit close to? Got any closer, you'd have been touching. Gives you guys a good chance to see what the coast map's all about. Admittedly, I'm beginning to realise a lot of it is just a bit repetitive. Sort of like driving between there's a lot of blank canvas that they've just covered with lots of road with just trees beside it. I've noticed that. The speed hasn't changed. These guys have slowed down for no good reason. They slowed down for the heck of slowing down. My turn, so I'm good. Just under half a tank of fuel now. See if we can get over that right hand lane without the dramas. Hear it, can't see it. Would this be a good idea to get some diesel at this point? Is there a fuel station along here? Whoa! Whoops! I was too busy looking at the map. That would have been massive catastrophe in real life. I wasn't expecting it to do that. I don't know what damage we've done to the rig there. I'll have a look when we get off screen. I'd have totaled that car. That was so unexpected though. I wasn't just looked down for a brief second. I guess that's what it takes. That's all it takes in real life too. Just look down on the road and then wham! The car in front's put his brakes on and you're right in the back of it. So everyone's like, my God, did you not see that coming? I was like, no, I was doing that. I was looking at the sat nav fact, I might have to change them. See if I can do that from here. I won't do it from here. I'll wait until we slow it down, or at a point where I set traffic lights or something, because that's way far out. You can hardly see it from here. I forget which one it is to zoom. It's F8 or whatever. Because that one that's on the monitor there is too dark to really see. Well, you can see it, but it's not clear. I'm guessing we go this way. Go straight on. Look into that sat nav. That's what it's telling me to do. So I'm going to follow the sat nav blindly. Turning off here somewhere. Could be this next one actually. Is it this one? Yeah, that looks like the kiddie. Come on, clutch wasn't all the way in. Use the trailer brake, I think, to just. Pedals keep moving forward. I noticed that recently. I don't know if this little tread thing's got tired or whatever. They started sliding forward a lot more. Especially when I put both my feet on the brakes. Or both feet on the brake and the clutch. Could use that petrol station. Hey ho, we got here sort of. Still got a fair amount of fuel anyway. And we discovered another one. Another town discovered. Or city discovered. It's not clear, so I'll slow down for the stop. I'll take the stop. Take this opportunity, I think it's to take a picture. One, to take a picture. Two, to see what the diagnosis is of damage. Oh yeah, I've done quite a lot of damage there. I suspect I've done a lot of damage to the trailer as well. I think it's at F5 to zoom. There we go, that's better. Now I can see it. So we'll take this in for another repair job by its things. Silly old Kev smashes in the truck up again. Told you, every time I go to record something goes wrong, or I mess up in one way or another. And I'm gonna draw it now. For people who watch my 815 miles in 15 minutes video on my Facebook. Again, I have a few near misses, but that's down to AI slamming their anchors on right at the last minute. I don't actually physically hit anything at all in that time. Whoa, whoa, stop. It's the only problem now, because I've moved it. Pedals rubbing. Try that again, Kev. Missed all my half steps there. And I got down speeding. Ledford strikes again! Stop. Could have really just sped round that corner, but it's better to slow down and make sure it's clear before. Now, where's my drop-off point? That's the question. Going a bit quick in their yard, Norwood. Hey, still along here somewhere. Oh, wowzers, really? Couldn't have given me a tighter one to park in, eh, guys? This is going to be fun. I might have to cheat cam this. I think cheat can's the name of all the game today. I'm going to make that round on my own. So I'm going to pull out a bit more. Is this an airport? It is. We're at an airport. Hear it. Can't see it though, guys. Sorry. Unless that's it. That's it. There, it's going off now. Whee! The runway. Cut that too short as well. Yeah, I have. Try again. Come on, trailer. This is probably why I'd never like these trailers. So a bad driver blames his trailers, right? Yeah. Oops. Stalled. Doesn't sounds more like a bandsaw than a jet engine, but I guess they couldn't record a real jet engine, so it could be too loud. So it's gone completely the other way to what to do now. See how much room I've got back here, see if I can use this bit of room I've got to negotiate it around without too much more damage. No. Okay, I'm going to have to straighten up again. Really, that hasn't moved at all. Okay. There's only one way for it then. So they're just clearing that as well. God, these traders are a nightmare. They don't behave the way they should at all. That's better. That's the way I wanted you to go the first time round. Right. Take her out of gear. Turn engine off. Turn hazards off. T. See if we damaged the load in any way. Oh, yeah, we did. Hey-oh. Them's are the brakes. Again, guys, sorry it took a bit longer than normal, but I figured I'll at least do one complete run today. I could have split up to two-parter, I guess, but I thought that'd be mean. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, a big like would be much appreciated. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching the episode, again guys, please feel free to share. I don't mind, and it helps me out a lot. And if you're new to my channel or see future episodes of this or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.